Hello everyone, this is Dylan Padilla, Public Communications Specialist for the JMRL Library System. Here to talk to you today about an exciting new chapter at your local library. Have you ever second-guessed coming to the library because of an overdue fee? Have you ever stressed yourself out watching a fine grow and grow amidst everything else going on in your life? Over the past few years, JMRL has been working hard to meet the needs of modern library users. In 2016, this meant going fine-free for juvenile cards to help encourage early literacy and development. 2025 introduced Auto Renew, giving patrons all around the service area extra flexibility to enjoy the materials and reduce unintended penalties. This summer, JMRL is turning another new page as the library goes fine free.
What JMRL has recognized is that overdue fines can sometimes present a barrier for people to have access to library resources. The library's function is to assist people as they grow, learn, and connect with all of library resources. We're connecting people to information, materials for all ages, from early literacy to end-of-life planning. And this change is specifically a way to help open barriers of access to people all across the service area. The library does recognize, though, that folks might have some questions about how this change will impact library funding or your own access to materials, and I appreciate those concerns. JMRL has been planning for this loss of fine revenue for quite a while because 30% of the checkouts that happen at your local library are from digital resources, which don't have overdue fines. So over time, we've seen this revenue decline, and it will continue to decline. The library had to come up with a plan to replace this funding, regardless of whether or not we charge overdue fees on physical materials. So the library board has come up with a 3-year plan to replace that revenue loss without the overdue fees, without having any more local costs, which I think is a great start for the next few years. JMRL's board has also established metrics on service to track how this change will impact your library experience, such as how long are people waiting for the holds that they've placed, how often are things returned early or late, and how many new cards are being made since this change happened. JMRL will keep an eye on all of those metrics and make adjustments as needed, always with an eye to make sure that the people in Charlottesville, Albemarle, Greene, Louisa, and Nelson are getting the library service that they expect and deserve. If you have any questions about this or any other library services, feel free to reach out to me directly at director@jmrl.org.
Over the past few years, libraries across the nation have been pivoting to fine free to encourage more use and lessen patron stress. Many libraries that go fine free report increased patron satisfaction, more longtime users returning to branches, and minimal to no disruption of circulation. Now, on to the real question. What does this mean for you? Well, put simply, fines are now a thing of the past. Overdue fines for most library materials have been eliminated, and existing fines on all accounts have been cleared. Going forward, JMRL will only have bills associated with lost or damaged items. Late materials. Items held past their due date will now be considered lost, and a flat bill associated with it will be placed on your account. Bring materials back in good condition, and it will no longer be considered lost, and your bill is cleared. Lost or damaged materials. Alternatively, if the book was damaged or is lost, you can just let a librarian know. Once you pay the lost or damaged bill, you're good to go. No more daily fees racking up, no mounting anxieties, and no judgment from your librarian. We promise. So, sign up for, or maybe dust off that library card. Come visit your local branch. Librarians all across the service area are waiting to welcome you back to a finer and freer JMRL. Some exclusions apply, including kits, interlibrary loans, and toys. Talk to your local librarian or visit blog.jmrl.org for up-to-date information.